is that, let's say your offer is, a $600 group, right? Where there's certain things that you do, accountability, auditing for, someone's social media or whatnot, whatever the case is. But you got them in there. Well, if you run the ad for 200, just one will pay for all the marketing, right? Just getting one in there. But think about all the other ones that you have in your group, right? So now, and the one that you bring in, right? And so if any of those old ones fall off, you have someone new that you brought in to replace them. So, you know, not having that, going back to again, not having that predictable monthly income, that's going to hurt not having that. We don't want you in a position where you're hurting, things aren't being delivered, you're not liking how it's going. Because on average, the more things that happen like that, the more you'll feel like quitting, right? Because some people think, oh, okay, social media, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to post about what I'm doing and it's going to work. What we've learned happens most of the time. You get on social media, right? At first, you have that rush, right? It's that new feel rush. It's, oh, I'm excited. This is happening. This is what we want. Yay! Like we're happy. Then this is what happens. You start getting a little tired. Social media starts pushing you, right? Maybe you had a client or two fall off. Maybe things aren't going the right way. All right, how am experts doing? Things that lead love, Brands Experts podcast, right? And it is a part of Brands Experts Marketing. Okay, cool. So now that we got that established, we all know about that. Let's get into the episode. So, what we're going to be talking about today is we are going to be talking about how paid ads create consistent brand income for your brand. Okay, so let's get into why we believe that, how it's going to do it, and just, why it's so important. Cool. So, listen, you need consistent brand income. You need it. I know income has been talked about a lot, right, recently, just because it's one of the foundational pieces, one of the building blocks to your brand. Have income. It's hard to operate a brand without it, because if you don't have, you got to remember, if you want your brand to be your full time thing, well, you're gonna have bills, right? And then, as you have bills and vacations you want to take and all these other things you want to do, without income, it's almost impossible to do the things you're dreaming about doing, right? So to help make these things possible, we're going to have to make sure we have the brand income that we want, right? It's super important, super necessary, and we're gonna make sure that that happens. Okay, so let's talk about running ads, right? And let's talk about why this is so important. There's a big portion of your audience, right? No matter how big it is or small, whatever, that doesn't know you exist. They wouldn't know you from anywhere. They don't know what you do, what your brand does, or just whatever the case. So to help fix this issue, right, we're going to run paid ads, right? So, because here's the thing, if you're not running any paid ads, once you run paid ads 365 days a year, right, you may have to lower your budget. You may have to change what ads you're running, drop your budget down, change it, and then, get back in the game. You may have to do that because, it might be a time where you can't really afford it or whatever's going on. But we really want you to continue to run ads. And, you know, the main reason that we want you to run ads is because these ads are going to bring you in always, every day, when you're sleeping. So think about when you're asleep, you have a headache, you're sick. There's still that active version of you, like right now that I'm filming this video and doing this. There's that version of me that's speaking to brands and experts that want to run brands, and people that know people that have a brand. It's going to send it to them, and I'm going to go check out the website and the content and all this other stuff. All this great stuff is because we have an ad running. So we want your ad running 365 days a year. So now when we talk about the consistent income, right, that this ad is going to create, right, and we talked on the last episode, right, so go back and watch that if you're confused about how to set up your ad. We went over that, right. You need your pain point. You need to introduce yourself, right. You need to go into your offer, right, and yeah, you call to action, right. What do you want them to do? Go to the website, fill out a form, whatever, right. Follow those steps, and yeah. But as you're running your ad, right, because you got to think, right? Even if you have sales agents or whatever is going on, what if they go on a strike? What if something like that happens? What are you going to do then? What is your strategy if your agents go on a strike? Do you have one? What are you going to do in that situation? We don't want you in that situation. That's something that we do not want. Is you going to be a situation, or you have 5 sales agents and 3 of them leave, and those are your top ones, and now you have to send the other 2 to training. How are you going to get any new sales coming through the pipeline? Well, it's going to be pretty much very difficult to really get predictable sales in that situation. So you want to have your ads running, and what that's going to do is going to always be bringing in new leads every single month. And if you have your ad dialed in right, you're going to be bringing them in on autopilot. Meaning, what we mean by autopilot is there's going to be happening in the background. There's going to be happening no matter what you do. You're on vacation, your leads are running. You're sick, your leads are running. You're flew across the country or to another country, or to another city to do some training, your leads are running. Your leads are always running and doing what you want them to do. And that's what we want. We want something always working for you. So look at it like this. You have a sales agent, right? Because your leads are pretty much a sales agent that you have that's working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you put it on, your campaign to run, let's say, just put it, to be ongoing. So now you have this campaign ongoing, right? And it helps you go through the dips, right? So what are the dips, right? There's peaks and valleys. So what are these valleys we're talking about? These are the slow times. These are the after Christmas time in the United States, right? It's Christmas. Everybody's buying toys and all this other stuff is going on. Well, your brand still, after Christmas, people are recovering. Right? January is one of the slowest months for business, just period. Just because so many people are recovering from the holiday season, and they don't necessarily have the income to support, to really, support and justify what they're trying to do. So, a lot of times certain things may not happen because the budget's not there. So it doesn't happen. And we want to remove these kind of situations from, happening to you specifically. Right? We don't want budget issues to be an issue for you. We want you to have, something out there working to reach enough, new prospects to where, let's say, every week, right, you're getting, let's say 100 clicks on your ad, get to your website, and you're getting, let's say 10% of those calls booked, and you're closing, 3 of those. So every week you're closing 3 deals, right? You're getting, new clients in, 3 of them every week. Where this is so helpful to get those 3 in is that, let's say your offer is, a $600 group, right? Where there are certain things that you do, accountability, auditing for, someone's social media or whatnot, whatever the case is. But you got them in there. Well, if you run the ad for 200, just one will pay for all the marketing, right? Just getting one in there. But think about all the other ones that you have in your group, right? So now, and the one that you bring in, right? So if any of those old ones fall off, you have someone new that you brought in to replace them. So, you know, not having that, going back to again, not having that predictable monthly income, that's going to hurt not having that. We don't want you in a position where you're hurting, things aren't being delivered, you're not liking how it's going. Because On average, the more things that happen like that, the more you'll feel like quitting, right? Because some people think, oh, okay, social media, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to post about what I'm doing and it's going to work. What we've learned happens most of the time. You get on social media, right? At first, you have that rush, right? It's that new feel rush. It's, oh, I'm excited. This is happening. This is what we want. Yay! Like we're happy. Then this is what happens. You start getting a little tired. Social media starts pushing you, right? Maybe you had a client or two fall off. Maybe things aren't going the right way, and then you get fatigued because it's not working. And then you might, follow or subscribe to a couple maybe nonsense accounts where you're not getting value delivered. Then it turns into a place where there's a whole bunch of nonsense going on and you get fatigued, right? We're going to have this in another video, right? We'll just put this out here right now, recommendation. Your main business page where you're at, where your main things get delivered from your business, only follow accounts that can keep you focused, serious businesses, brands, people that you really believe in and are in alignment with your brand, right? Don't be out there getting distracted. You're pretty much at work, right? When you're logged in to your business page, you're at work, okay? So just want to get that clear. But yes, going back to what happens, you get distracted, you're all over the place, and now you start picking up a bad habit. And now you stop posting, and now you're not posting. It's not working. It's not working because you're distracted now. And once you're distracted, there's a high percentage of it not working because you're distracted. You see what's happening here? You're distracted. It's not working. Everything's falling apart. And then you just give up on the page, close the page out, or it turns into a ghost page. Just millions and billions of those, right? Because that's what happens most of the time, right? Something happens and then you just move on to the next thing, or go back to work or into business, or just say forget it, I'll just get a second job, because that's easy. It's easy to just go say, I'll just walk over here to the Pizza Hut, deliver pizzas, and do this. But when you pay, we believe Markel Russell says this, shout out Markel Russell, everything he's doing. When you pay attention. We won't say that again. When you pay attention. You're paying for your ad. So it's $5 a day, it's $35 a week. That could be gas in your car, that could be food. Now you're seeing that hit, like, oh man, I can't eat whatever because I did this. Now you're paying attention. Now you're logging in intentionally. Now when you're getting those clicks on your website and you're getting forms filled out, you're replying to them, and you're delivering a great version of yourself that you need to deliver for your brand. And that's happening because your ads are paid, because they're paid ads. You paid for them. You put money down and out, so you expect a return, right? That's going to create the best version of yourself. And when you consistently deliver the best version of yourself, that puts you in a higher percentage of your offers getting accepted. And that's what we want for your brand. We want your offers accepted. We want things working out for you. We don't want it to go the backwards, the wrong way, the other way, and things to not work out, things not to be good, and just overall just to be in an unsettling place that you don't want your brand at. That's why you need to run ads every single month of the year, because you don't know what month is going to be the hot month. That's another reason. What if the hot month is August and you start an ad in January? And now it's August and things aren't working out and you just feel totally discouraged because it's August and things aren't working out. Well, here's the problem. You looked at it like it has to work right now. No. If you worked out, like I've been working out. James Lee Love has been working out. But the progress for months and months and months. So the progress that I've been seeing recently in the last, month or two, what if I'd have stopped the first 2 months? Would have never seen this progress, right? That's why once you run these ads, right? So it can create this monthly income for you, okay? That's what you want. So that's what we on in this episode. We're talking about these ads creating this monthly income for you. Listen, we thought social media too was you get on there and people are gonna like you and things are gonna work out and it's gonna be a little party. Well, we learned quickly that it's not that. And also like another issue that you run into when you're just doing organic, when you just log in, post, and leave, you can't curate the audience. With an ad, what's great about that paid ad, you can say we want to reach out to doctors' offices in Los Angeles County, right? Between the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. How does that help you? Monday through Friday, or if you want to run it like that, how does that help you? Hours where they're open, specifically who you're target audience. Like if you're just out there, you just post, like you don't know, yeah, the people that are already following you, but you don't know if they're even seeing what you posted. People have privacy things. They don't want you just in their DMs. Like, look at this video, look at that. Like, that's not the case. That's not what's going on in today's world. People value their privacy, so you need that ad targeted to where you need it to go, right? So that's why that's so important. So we're so glad that you tuned in for this episode of Brands Experts Podcast, a part of Brands Experts Marketing, right? Digital marketing agency. And we also have nonprofit Brands Experts Foundation, where we partner veteran and veteran focused organizations with expert level brands and organizations for rapid economic growth, right? So that's what we do. Like, thank you for being a part of this. And yeah, let's stay experts at what we do. Run those paid ads, look for returns on it. And if you having any problems with your paid ads, right, I'll tell you where to go. Go to Brands Experts Marketing /mentorship, right? Join, or excuse me, Brand Experts Marketing /mentorship. Okay, join the group, right? That's what the group is. Okay, the group is Brands Experts Mentorship. Come in, right? Get mentored. Maybe we could set something up to where you can mentor some others, right? But you don't know everything. If you think you do, you're wrong. No one knows everything. We have to all learn from each other. That's why we created Brands Experts Mentorship, right? So you can come in. There's monthly deliverables, all that good stuff. You're gonna leave with something. You're gonna leave with the stuff you need. You're gonna get your social media audited. You're gonna get all that stuff done, so you have a strategy in place, so you can do the things that you need to do. All right, this is James Lee Love, Brands Experts Podcast, part Brands Experts Marketing. Let's go. Let's be experts at what we do. Win on the highest level. For checking out this episode of the Brands Experts Podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out all our socials like Instagram. Make sure you check out our website, and make sure you check out our VIP, brandsexpertspodcast.com. Exclusive VIP stuff, interviews, exactly how to make money, exactly how to partner with great brands. These are things you need to know, right? You got to remember, if you want to get to where you need to go, you need to pay for that, right? That's how you paying for that value that you need. So make sure you go over there, check that out. And yeah, we're here for you. Brands Experts Podcast. Let's go.